everyone, welcome to another episode of Tabletop. Today we're going to be taking a look at, or rather discussing, the Cyberpunk 2077 trading card game that is currently going to be up on Kickstarter, and they're going the whole crowdsourcing route, and it is fully sanctioned by the team at Projekt Red. The team at Weird Co. are the ones actually spearheading the game, and they have promised that all of the art is going to be drawn by humans, not AI, which I think is amazing. But at the same time, with a world like Cyberpunk, I think that maybe there could have been some jokes made about that, but I digress. So with the game centered around, hand-drawn cards and fully sanctioned by the team at CD Projekt Red, it looks like we're going to get what everyone hopes would be a true Cyberpunk trading card game. And I know that there was another one recently that just went through the same thing and got funded. I don't know if they were sanctioned or not, but we're not going to talk much about that here. So with this game coming out, the team at Weird Co., they have released several images of their cards that they've got. One is of Kerry Uridine himself, basically playing to a crowd. There's some of our favorite characters like Panam, Johnny Silverhand, and players or backers that sign up to be notified before launch will receive a foil Nova Rare Lucy. Now, I don't remember Lucy's character specifically, but I have a feeling she's from the Edgerunners show maybe. But the card itself that they show the picture of looks fantastic. Now, one thing I love that these guys are already doing is they're having the community help them design the cards. I've never heard of a trading card game ever doing that. And so you can sign up for their Discord and follow the project there, and they poll the community. Like recently, there was a poll for the formatting of some information on the cards. And they did a poll. The people had spoken. It was a large number of people wanted one of the options over the other. I actually had voted for one as well. Thankfully for me, my vote was the choice that was picked. But the fact that they're doing that is fantastic. The gameplay itself, I haven't seen anything of. I know that there is some base rules available that you can get familiar with. The main mechanic that I recall after reading that, because mostly I was kind of geeking out over how awesome this all looks, is that gameplay, the win condition really is quite simple. It all comes down to the number of gigs that you have. You have dice that represent each of the gigs that you're doing, and the first person to 6 wins the game. However, if they're in the event of a tie, then it's the first to 7. I could be confusing that slightly, so forgive me if I'm remembering incorrectly, but now one of the biggest things that really seems to set them apart is they're already planning to mitigate issues with scalping, and or rather scarcity, more so, because with most trading card games, one of the biggest problems is not being able to get product into the hands of people that want to play or want to collect. And so they're actually have that in their base model already ready to go. And they actually released a blog post about it this morning, going over the more or less the outline of how they're doing that. And so specifically, they are protecting local game stores. Now, I know that like with games like Pokemon, they have like the Pokemon vending machines. There's no talk of anything like that coming, and that simply it's prioritizing the local gaming stores themselves where people are going to be playing the games. With that being the case, that means it's just one distributor that is going to basically ship out all of the product in each region. And game stores will be reaching out to that distributor, and they're not having to worry about reaching out to multiple distributors to try to get enough product to fulfill demand in their community. And so by having that centered around just the one distributor, it means it's going to be a lot easier to guarantee product, because when they place their order, they're going to be able to see what's available, order accordingly for their needs. And one of the big focuses as well from the Weirdco team is just overall communication, where I think most trading card games would not have communicated the distribution plan this early in the campaign, let alone communicating it at all in most cases. And the fact that they've already figured that out and have that taken care of makes it a lot easier. Now, it does not 100% guarantee that there will never be any scalpers. People that are joining the Kickstarter might order multiple sets with the intention of reselling later. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing in place to stop something like that. But there's not a limit, so at least from what we can see, because it's still in preview. But from what we can see, there's not going to be a limit on the number of people who can back it and get on and out from the ground up. It's just strictly making sure that there is enough product for everybody that wants to order, and make sure that everybody's taken care of. And I think that's just absolutely fantastic. And so with that, the Kickstarter itself launches in March. I want to say it was March 17th. And one thing that they've done a fantastic job of as well is literally every day putting out some sort of news information, sharing some images of some of the art. Like for example, the artwork that they have for Atom Smasher is a fantastic drawing, and so far all of the art that they've shared, there isn't a single piece that I have not liked. And a lot of them have very different art styles as well, so it's not just the same kind of regurgitated style over and over. But it looks, again, absolutely fantastic. I'm loving the style of the cards, the overall layout of the information, and so far the team at Weirdco have absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I know that I'm already going to be backing regardless of what happens in the near future. I am hoping that we can get ourselves a copy of the alpha set, and if we do, we will absolutely playtest the hell out of it, and also give you guys a thorough review of the game so far. And as you can see, here's some of the images. Now we are going to have the full version with sound of the trailer, so you guys can see the whole thing at the end of the video. But again, overall, they're absolutely nailing it in every regard, in my opinion. And they've really captured the look and feel of the Cyberpunk world. And I can't wait to see what's next. But that's it for today. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Good morning, Night City! Reinforcement.
Johnny Silverhand senses the cards.